Are you looking for a new indie game to play during the holidays? Boy, have I got 5 of them for you. As everyone knows, it is the holly of days. It is the winter season. You're going out getting gifts for your relatives. You maybe have some relatives coming home. If you or your family or your friends or whoever the fuck needs new games to play during the holiday season, I got you covered. These are games that you're supposed to sit down, get in blankets, enjoy your day, night, whatever. Cozy games. They're basically cozy games that I like. Alright, before we start, I just want to preface, I'm not going to be naming any of the big games that people already know, like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, Minecraft, like basically any big title that people already know, not going to be here. I purposefully chose indie games that are actually pretty successful, but I think deserves a little bit more recognition. So without further ado. A Short Hike is a beautiful game where you play as a little bird named Claire. Your main goal in the game is to reach the top of a mountain to make a phone call. While you're trying to climb this mountain, you have to collect what's called golden feathers, which basically allow you to climb higher and higher on the mountain. You can collect these by buying them, beating another character at their own challenge, or just simply finding them. Although it is admittedly a pretty short game, I've come back to this and replayed it time and time again because the music is amazing, the visuals, the characters are just mwah. So if you're in the mood for a charming and relaxing adventure, then A Short Hike is definitely a game I would recommend. Islets is a beautiful, fast-paced indie game that tasks players with navigating through a series of challenging levels as a little fox dog guy. So cute, look at him. The art style reminds me of Moomin, remember that little like hippo looking dude? In this classic style Metroidvania, you play as a little guy named Eco who's trying to connect a bunch of little pieces of what once was an island. You can tell from like the trailer alone that the art style is amazing. In fact, the entire game was only made by 2 brothers, Kyle and Eric Thompson. A lot of reviews that I read while researching this game is that it's a perfect example of game developer growth. Since this isn't Kyle's first game, comparing this project to his previous one, Cheapo, you can obviously see a lot of stuff that they got wrong in the first time and that they decided to either fix or improve on in this game. I really don't want to go into too much detail because if I'm comparing this game to his previous one, there would be a lot to talk about. But if you're looking for a new Metroidvania to pick up, I think Islets has a pretty good chance of becoming one of your new favorites. Now, I want you to imagine Sims, except there's no annoying fucking people, or you don't have to pay for shit, or you don't have to decide where and when to build houses, or any of that boring designer shit. Instead, you can just build freely and make towns how you like them. Introducing Townscaper, it's an almost therapeutic building game where you can make towns any layout, any way, any size, any color, any style, anything that you want. Hell, you can just scribble on the screen for like 5 minutes and it'll still look beautiful. This city building game is not meant for you to manage resources or manage people or think about what the next step is. No, this game takes all the boring shit out of any city designer game and just lets you run wild, like really. And it's not like there was zero detail put into the game because it's actually quite the opposite. You can make huge plazas with like different houses that are all different colors. You can make huge structures, you can make farms, you can make flying islands. I already know if I had this game back then, like in middle school, I would spend probably hours on it making towns, making huge cities, and then showing them off to my friends. Even if designing shit is like not your thing, I would still recommend you at least try the game. Did I mention that there's even a VR mode? Like that, holy shit, that's cool. Are you looking for something to make you laugh? A game to possibly make you chuckle a couple times? Introducing West of Loathing, a comedy role-playing game developed by Asymmetric Publications. The game is set in a black and white stick figure world called the Kingdom of Loathing, and follows the story of a character who sets out on a journey to West of Loathing in a search of adventure and fortune. It is very clear that the writing is the thing that sticks out in this game. This thing is filled to the brim with like 1.5 million jokes that will just have you ruffling and on your side on the ground, rolling and crying and laughing. In terms of gameplay, West of Loathing is a traditional turn-based RPG that features a variety of classes, abilities, and items to collect and use. The game has even received critical acclaim for how funny it is. It's kind of ironic that I haven't even played the game myself yet, but the only reason is because I've been watching Markiplier's Let's Play instead.
Eat half the chili and then die.
But West of Loathing is on sale right now on Steam. In fact, all of these games are. So if this game piques your interest, then I would try it out. I saved best for last. Hades is the best roguelike ARPG, and there will be zero debate about that. Got it? In Hades, you actually play as the son of Hades, who is Zagreus. The main story of the game is that you are trying to leave the underworld to get to the surface to find your mother, I think that's part of the game. You fight through 1.5 million different enemies while collecting boons, which are special power-ups that'll help you in battle, and also unlocking different weapons that have different sorts of attacks. But that description is barely scratching the surface of this game. You see, the art style in Hades was created using a combination of both hand-drawn 2D artwork and 3D modeling. And although this is Supergiant's 4th project, this is a lot of effort going into the art. I personally think that effort totally paid off, because the final product looks absolutely stunning. On a side note, going through the many boss rooms and many different characters that you have to talk to, what I've noticed while playing is that the dialogue is always consistently unique. It's just something that just added into the immersion of the game for me. And although I still haven't beaten the final boss, even though I've poured hours into this game, I have to admit, if you're gonna play any games out of this list, it has to be Hades. Alright, that's the last game that I had. Enjoy your Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate.